This young metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot. Beautiful morning.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
Hello, America, and welcome to NBC Nightly News. Today with my co-host,
Johnny Moonshine,
and me, Clive the Clyde Wilson. It saddens my heart yet again to bring you with another tale of despair and woe. This time is unlike any other day. Today, it concerns one of our nation's elite, one of the leader of the free world, our president, Warren G. Harding.
Complete scandals and corruption beneath the surface of our government.
That's not the worst part. It all started when Harding appointed 4 of the 9 Supreme Court justices. One might ask, why might he appoint 4 of the 9? That's almost half.
Too much power.
Too much power in one hand is never good. And also, it was found out that Charles R. Ford was caught stealing $200 million from the Veterans Bureau. $200 million.
From our own veterans,
the men
that fight on our front line.
Day in and day out witnessing unspeakable horrors. And that's not all. Let me not even mention the Teapot Dome scandal in which he was selling government leased land to oilmen in exchange for loans.
Just
loans.
Helping the oil companies monopolize.
And this brings me to the scandal of the night. His illegitimate child. Men like this make me sick. It's just sad. It says here that DNA testing has just confirmed that Warren G. Harding was indeed the father of Miss Elizabeth Ann Blyson. Nancy Brighton, his alleged baby mother, was Warren G. Harding's secret mistress who publicly revealed in 1928 that she was the father indeed.
This is all true.
This makes me sick. Now to more with the results. That's it.
Alright. Smith here. You ever go to a radio station?
Yeah, I do.
Alright. Well, when you go to a radio station, you usually get the radio, you buy the radio, right? You pick it up. Oh my god.
Oh, whoa.
You want to know why that happened?
Why?
It's 100 pounds.
Whoa!
Here at RC Radio, 50-pound radios.
Oh my gosh.
Change, revolutionary.
That's like half.
So now you can bring the radio into your home, sit down with your little children, listen to the president, listen to NBC. Brings your family together, you know what I mean? But instead of breaking your radio right when you buy it because it's 100 pounds, we got the 50-pound radios. What a great deal, right?
That is a great deal.
Come down to RCA. Get yourself a radio.
Oh, got a little future with it?
Yep.
In recent studies, they have found that because of the invention of the radio, many Americans are beginning to follow the lives of larger-than-life personalities. And since the Great War ended, the economy has boomed, and people have found money and time to spend on sports events and films. I guess you can say these 20s are roaring. Coming up, we have our field reporter, Joe Johnson, with widely known boxer, Jack Dempsey, after one of his fights. This title fight in Chicago against Gene Tunney brought a record $2 million at the gate, and millions listened all over on their radios. That goes just to show you. Thank you. Now off to Chicago with Joe. Hello, Mr. Dempsey. How are you doing after that tough loss?
Well, obviously I've been better. That fight was fixed by the officials. You know, I've been gypped, I say.
Mr. Dempsey.
That official gave Tunney a long count. That was the longest count I've ever seen in my whole entire boxing career.
Thank you, Mr. Dempsey. Thanks, America, for tuning in. Now back to you, Jack, at NBC. Jack Lewis here. The Dawes Plan was created by a man named Charles Dawes. It was created to help Germany rebuild their economy after the Great War. They paid back the war damages, but they also used the money to pay back France for their war damages during the Great War. France used that money to pay back the U.S. for loans that they owed us also during the Great War. It went in a big circle from the U.S. to the Germans, to France, and back to us. But essentially, the U.S. never really got their money back. at all. So, oh, we just got some new information.
Clyde?
Hi, Mom.
Thank you. These are the three main decisions that were made during the Dawes Plan. The first major decision was that the Ruhr was to be returned to full control of the Germans, and that the French and Belgian troops would pull out of the region as soon as possible. By removing the French and Belgian troops from the Ruhr, the Dawes Plan had a stroke removed the most grievous issue in the area. Secondly, reparation payments were reconstructed to make them more German-friendly, as they might say. In the first year of repayment, after the Dawes Plan, the maximum expected to be paid by the Allies was $1 billion. Wow, that's a lot of money. During this time, it was hoped and expected that German economy would pick up. It was decided that subsequent payments after the first year would be $2.5 billion. Wow, we didn't even get our money back. And the third decision came out of the Dawes Plan was the reconstruction of Weimar's National Bank, the Reichsbank, which would be supervised by the Allies as well. Thank you.
Hello, folks. Johnny Moonshiner here, and we have a lot of monkey business going on in the United States right now.
Monkey business.
Excuse my co-host, please. Anyways, we have the battle between the fundamentalists and the modernist thinkers. So, the fundamentalists are the people who believe in old-time religion, old-time traditions, and stand by what they believe. Then you have the modernists, who are thinking of new ways to do things, thinking of brighter ways, and trying to revolutionize the way you do things, and different beliefs and stuff.
Revolutionize.
So, we have the monkey trial, which there was a man named John Scope, who was a teacher in Tennessee. And this guy, all he wanted to do was teach evolution to his students. So as he was doing this, he got arrested for teaching evolution. So, the problem with this is that the fundamentalists didn't want evolution to be taught because it went against their religion. But then you have the modernists saying, oh, this is a breakthrough for science. This is something great for science. So to put it in Lame's term, you have the fundamentalists who would eat a cookie by biting it.
Ooh, cookie.
And then you have the modernists who would fold the cookie into $20 pieces and burn the cookie and then eat it, just to be different and modern and new and revolutionize, just to make a statement. As so. So the problem we're having, like I stated before, is that you have the modernists who believe in their scientific ways, who want to start something new, who want to revolutionize their beliefs. And then you have the battle with the traditionalists who think it's against the religion. But this all came in a case where William Jennings Bryan defended the as I was saying before we had some technical difficulties, William Jennings Bryan, he took on the case and he went against the modernist. And basically what had happened was that legally the traditionalists, the ones that stood by the religion, they won the case and Scope was fined for $100. That's what happened in the case. So it was a victory for traditionalist thinking, and the idea of evolution and science was kind of put down due to this case.
Can I have a cookie?
Yes, you can. And that'll be all.
Cookie.
Hey, you. You right there. Yeah, you. In the black, in the white, in the white, and the black. Why do you have a hat on? Is it because your hair's ugly? Is it because you're ugly? Is it because no one liked you? Is it because you want to kill yourself every day because your hair's bad? Well, we have a solution. Yes, a solution. We have Danny Smith's hair dryer. Revolutionary. Here you go. Boom. No, it's not a gun, sir. It's not a gun. Take off your hat. Yes, it's fine. It's fine. Oh my god. It's fine. Now, put it to your hair and you'll find a miracle. Wow. Look at your hair. Really works. Add volume, revolutionize everything. Wow.
However, it did not work
for you. But it's a great product. It works for everyone else. I'm sorry, sir. Maybe give it to your wife. It's a good idea. Go buy hair dryers now in stores. May cause disease or radiation or death. Johnny Moonshiner here, folks. Again, we have another interesting topic coming our way that we just heard about. Okay, so Ford Assembly Line, we just heard about it. I interviewed him the other day. Basically, this guy Ford, he needed a way to get his production flowing faster and faster and faster, so he created this assembly line. Basically, what this assembly line was is that it all started out when these workers, they got these parts and put them on the floor, right? So then they're like, how about we just move the parts and build them as we go? So they would put the parts on the floor, and then they would construct one part, say it was a wheel or something, and then they would move it to the next step, and to the next step, and to the next step, until you got the car fully built, instead of doing it whatever way they were doing. And this made them produce cars way more faster. Before they were producing cars, say 12 hours, it would take one car. But now they were moving in steps, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, and they were building the cars, and it would take about maybe 2 hours to build one car instead of 12, and they were cutting their production in basically half. And he did this in 84 discrete steps, and basically, since he did it in these steps, it opened up jobs, and these specific jobs for these people. So you would have people just specifically working just to build a tire or an engine or do something. So now it opened up way more jobs for the industry. And on top of that, more people start using it now. They're starting to use it. Like, say, what we have here, it says that the flour mills are using, the breweries, the canneries, the bakeries, the most commonly known one now is the Chicago Meat Factory. They're using it to get their meat shipped and taken care of in a timely manner as fast as they can. And this is just revolutionizing the way that they're putting these cars together, and it's just making it modernized and more quicker and everything. And the most important thing is that it gives the workers his assembly line. It created this 8-hour type of shift. As you can say, for the workers, it's pretty new, but they don't have to work every single hour of the day anymore. It's pretty important. And now they're getting paid on an average instead of just getting a certain amount for each person, whoever's working the most or whatever. So now they're getting average minimum wage pay. So it's really important that this Ford guy is making this assembly line. So that's one of the greatest stories we have right now. Off to whoever.
Hello, America. My name is Clive the Glide Wilson, and I'm here today with another editorial. So on this section of what really grinds my gears.
What grinds your gears?
You really want to know what grinds my gears?
Yeah, what grinds your gears?
Want to know what grinds my gears? Prohibition. That's what really grinds my gears.
What's that?
Prohibition is this so-and-so movement to banish alcohol from the great land of America.
Banish it.
Why? Why would you want to banish it? Why would you want to take away some of the one things that I can go home and look forward to? Like, that's like, they want to take away my gin. They want to take away my juice. They want to take away my combination of both gin and juice.
Religion.
What? Religion, you ask? What is the reason behind that? So, pretty much what they think, they're thinking that, like, it goes against religion that you're not supposed to drink. But clearly in the Bible, the Lord breaks fast with wine. Wine is alcohol. Alcohol, just why? It makes no sense to me. I'm really baffled right now. Really baffled right now. They also say because of moral issues and people act crazy when they drink. Well, yeah, cause it just cut. But anyway, if you take away alcohol, you're losing jobs because people have to make it. People have to distill it. People have to go. You have to. There's a bunch of things you have to do with it. You have to sell it, distribute it, all kinds of stuff. You just lost your jobs. And then even if you took away it, you have to have a special ton of trained cops to enforce it. Like, we don't have the money to do that. We don't. Like, we don't. So then, just to be honest, like, I say we just keep alcohol, because like, if it's Saturday night, you want to just go home, just drink a bucket of moonshine and just pass it on the couch. So that is why we should keep alcohol.
I rebuke you, Satan.
I rebuke you too. Thank you, and good night.